That's so nice.
So very nice.
So very, very nice. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, let me pause the game again. No, unpause the game, sorry. Via the emulation. Let me reset the game. And let me welcome you to the final game of day 2 for the Nintendothon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Castlevania, the one and only, on the NES. Well, not only. There's definitely a lot more than just one game for the Castlevania series, but this is where it started all, folks. And I got a bit of experience with this game, so hopefully the mess-ups will be to a minimum for tonight. But with me as co-commentator, I have Volk. Say hi, Volk.
Hello there. How are you all doing tonight?
I'm doing just fine, as I'm sure the chat is, because you all have been very patient and
Yes,
very
thank you
understanding.
very, very much.
I don't know what happened during the previous attempts, but let's not fret anymore. Let's press start, and let's get started with Castlevania.
Hashtag blame Konami.
Yeah. Come on, baby. There you go. Okay, now we got actual music playing in the background.
Yes.
You will not deny me my vampire killer, Castlevania. Oh, I'm sorry,
No,
Konami. It's blame Konami. I'm sorry.
Castlevania music is too good to just be left silent.
Yeah. Do you have any personal favorites? Because I gotta tell you right now, the original on the this game right here, I mean, really started off with a bang in terms of the soundtrack. Vampire Killer, Heart of Fire. I think Vampire Hunter is one. No, not Vampire Hunter. Nothing to Lose, the final boss theme. That is just pure sex to my ears.
I feel the same way about the Tragic Prince on Symphony of the Night. I can just listen to that on loop all day.
Symphony of the Night is just like a beast on its own.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's probably my favorite game, but a close one is actually a Genesis game that I played. It was sometime after I started picking up the DS games like Dawn of Sorrow and Portrait of Ruin and things like that. I picked up Castlevania Bloodlines at a boot sale.
Oh, okay.
And played a bit of that, and that was really damn good. I quite enjoyed that. I'm not sure if it's just because you had like the different characters, because you had like John Morris and what was it, Eric Lacard?
Oh, I didn't get the names good. Eric,
Yeah, that's a pretty fun experience. I haven't had a chance to play through all of the games yet. I have to admit, I haven't really played the first one properly. I haven't played Simon's Quest.
If you're gonna start somewhere, start with the first, not Simon's Quest.
Yes, I've heard plenty of horror stories about Simon's Quest. You can be rest assured I will be leaving that one as late as possible.
Ooh, hidden money bag. They just mean points, folks. It's the kind of game where getting high schoolers really mostly bragging rights, but you do get extra lives if you score enough points. Stupid.
Or you can go to Kajito Kumra. It's like, Def, quick, help me put all my cash into these candles. Palmarkin's stealing all my money.
I remember that little play. I love that.
Werewolf's dead, Dracula. Fucking useless ass
werewolf.
Right, that's it. From now on, he's a normal ass enemy. Oh, I love that so damn much. It's comedy gold.
Gotta get a thing here. Okay, this is a little weird. I usually have an axe. You know what? I'm gonna freeze you. I'm gonna whip the shit out of you. There we go. I usually have the axe weapon at this point in time. That's like one of the rare instances where I keep the stopwatch for the boss battle.
Hey, Zawado is just as effective, if not more so I wouldn't be too concerned.
And I got a whip. I mean, come on.
I got me a whip.
Yeah.
We got old Cross.
Yeah.
Wearing my best brown.
I call it Big Mama, but the wife insists on Vampire Killer. Don't want to displease the wife, oh no.
It's like, damn it. I wanted to call it Ultra Ninja Galvatron.
But they said no, that can't fit in the character limits.
Stupid JRPG character limit. Alright, so I have a question for you. How would you rate the difficulty of this Castlevania game
compared to
the others in the series?
Okay, Castlevania 1 is, you know, not for nothing, it's still pretty hard, but the worst is 3. Like, on the NES, without a doubt. Like, no doubt in my mind. But, compared to other games in the series, let me see, what else do we have to compare? Because none of the Metroidvanias are what I would classify as hard. So
no, that's kind of the case that if it is hard, you can usually grind for something that'll help you out. So, yeah the Metroidvanias, they have a weird difficulty scheme that they can be kind of as difficult as you want it to be, but it's kind of artificial.
Yeah, I mean, and we're talking about artificial difficulty, Simon's Jump. You know, you can't turn in midair at all. Once you're going, you can't not stopping until you hit the floor. which could be a real pain in the ass in sections such as these, because if knockback hits you just once, Simon's ass is tumbling back to a pit. At the very least, Castlevania 1 does give you unlimited continues. So, beating Castlevania 1 is just a matter of time. It's not so much a matter of skill, but a matter of time. So, good news, we're beating this game. But I'll try my best to, not to mess up too much. I got a feeling stage 3. Oh, what this game considers stage 3, because technically I'm in stage 5 right now.
Yeah, they have a weird stage system, don't they? Because like the bits of the bat is like stages 1 to 3.
Yeah.
I mean, you got 4 to 6. Then...
Every time you go through a door, it's considered a new level.
It's very, very weird. Like,
Very
do you
weird.
Mind if I read a couple of donations out?
Oh, absolutely. That's what all this is about.
Okay, so I got Carmen, or K-Men, the SMBZ fan 1. What is a donation? A small offering of kindness. But enough talk. Do as you will. Would have quoted it more directly, but I didn't want to be a jerk. Put this to whatever you want
do as I
besides-
will. What a nice guy.
So put this to whatever you want besides Pokemon names and have fun, guys. And that was a £5 donation. So what do you reckon we should put that towards?
Let's put that towards my Fusion 100%.
Alright, it will be done. Alright, Jinsei Kayuzaki. Hey again, John, how about we make this appropriate? You know that monologue Dracula gives in Symphony of the Night to Richter? Say it in your Bentley voice.
Wait, what? Repeat that one more time. I want to make sure I get this right.
Alright then. The monologue that Dracula gives in Symphony of the Night to Richter, he wants you to say it in your Bentley voice.
Okay. Let me see. Say, die, monster, you don't belong in this world. It is not by my hand that I once again given flesh. I was called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute.
Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Perhaps the same could be said of all religions.
Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. Have at you, please.
Hydro stall!
Oh, damn it! You're just gonna keep abusing that over and over again, will you?
Hydro stall!
Are you even listening to me?
Hydro stall! Okay, we should probably stop. Alright, and we have one more here from the bomb envoy of all mankind, Silverpine Guy. Let's hear it for Donnie and his Star Fox run. Yes, agree with that. Volkite,
Absolutely.
Johnny, can we hear Luigi's thoughts on our hero Bomb? This also goes towards Bomb. Why am I not surprised?
I don't get the appeal of like, oh, god it, damn it. That's the knockback for you. I hate it.
The Knuckles Chaotix run created an era that I don't think will ever be forgotten. As long as
For better or worse.
It is up to us to remember the lessons of the past. So yes, Luigi's thoughts on our hero Bomb.
Let me see. Look, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have no affiliation or a connection to Bomb. Sometimes I feel like I am a ticking time bomb, but this is like Bomb personified. Not really. It's kind of depressing, really, because, he's ready to go off at any point. But in this case, going off is quite literal. Kind of one and done.
This special segment was brought to you by LonelyHearts.com.
And mine. Donate, please.
Alright, I think that's all the donations for the time being. Those were good donations. I had some fun with that.
Yeah, I did too.
Alright then, so what stage are we at now then?
We're in what I call the third stage. That's stage 7 according to the game. And this is not one of my favorite stages because, again, knockback is like one of your worst enemies here. Well, though we did get past what I consider the hardest part of the stage, so the rest should be smooth sailing. I also don't like this section right here because you got Medusa heads and this Ansel right here who keeps throwing skeletons. But luckily, I got an invincibility potion to help me climb the stairs more comfortably.
I'm pretty sure Medusa Head is just universal Castlevania slang for just complete asshole.
Yeah, like a go.
I'm pretty sure it was mistranslated and that
Yeah.
was meant to be his actual
They
name.
couldn't use the original name, which is go fuck yourself. I mean, they wonder why doesn't it get past the
Absolute arse biscuit.
It's like why didn't I get past the censors?
Knob jumbling cockwomble.
The kids love that one.
Oh yes. It's on the back of all the cereal boxes.
With 3 proofs of Percy, you get your own holy water. Gonna need to fight those demons.
Alrighty then. So you've played stuff like Symphony of the Night, and I imagine you played some of the other Metroidvania games as well.
Yeah.
What is your favorite item? And this could be like a heart item, a weapon pickup, anything that you can think of. What is your favorite weapon to get in a Castlevania game?
Let me see here. Well, I'd be considered a noob if I said Crusagram, or the Valmonway, whatever they call it in the later translations, because it just slices and dices and even makes julienne fries. In terms of like old school Castlevania, though, I always got a soft spot for the cross, which is awesome when you got a triple shot upgrade, and of course, in this game's case, the holy water, which is just like a, well, they call it a firebomb in like the original American translation because they didn't want to censor stuff for religious reasons. And you know what, firebomb I feel is more appropriate because that's what it is. You throw it and it, you know, unleashes some flames.
Yeah, last I checked, water can't burn unless it's been like cross-contaminated with highly flammable oil.
Or maybe it's like really
just
hot. Maybe it's just really hot.
Yeah, maybe it's just Russian vodka.
Yeah.
The 99% alcohol content. As for my favorite weapon, I do admit that I was one of those guys who was like, oh, we're on a Crusagram. But then after a while, I started actually hunting around for all the different, more interesting items.
Them rare drops.
I'm not sure if you might be familiar with this, the Heaven's Sword.
Is that the one with the button inputs for different things, or am I thinking of another sword?
It's the sword that if you have 2 of them equipped, it will like make this weird like crescent shape of swords and just fire them all at once and then slice.
Oh, okay. That kind of like becomes the basis for the future Metroidvania of Crusagrams. All right, that's stupid. I shouldn't approach that better. I don't have my second whip upgrade, so I just can't. I can just miss these guys with my whip. Come on, stop throwing your bones. That's right, jump towards me. And then now they give me the Nova Bomb.
They call me Cuban Pete. I'm the king of the lumber beat. When I check my malakas, I go chick jiggy boo, chick jiggy boo.
I love that song.
It is like the best song. Just the mask in general is just a fun time.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in a long time, though. I gotta go back and revisit. You know, every time I look up a clip on YouTube, that's the scene I watch. It's just the Cuban dance, the Cuban beat.
Given that's what draws people in. That's like the mainstay scene. It's like with Kung Pao Enter the Fist, the main scene is
which is finally getting a sequel, thank God.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I
like so long for that.
Yeah.
So long. You have no idea how happy I am by
the last joke finally pays off.
Yes. Once again, we will have such memorable characters as Chosen One, the Nut Salesman, and the One Boob Lady. That was an amazing film. I actually watched that when I went on holiday in America.
Really?
Through Universal Lines of Adventure, and we went in the cinema there because it was all over the advertising.
American cinema is amazing.
Oh yeah, like the seats were absolutely huge, and you had like spaces with, like gallons worth of popcorn and soda and what have you. It was an amazing experience, and I don't think that's been replicated since I came back to England. They have come close. They have never ever succeeded.
Okay.
But then again, I suppose going to Universal Studios for that sort of thing is kind of setting an unfair precedent. Alright, let me see if we got any more donations here. Yeah, here we go. We have Kelvin Belmont donates £2. How about that shit, violence? It makes me appreciate Lords of Shadow even more. Anyways, put this towards Bomb. It's time for the People's Champion to redeem himself.
Did you see that trailer for that Castlevania Pachinko game, Erotic Violence?
I haven't, actually.
Oh, now you will.
Because I've heard a couple of people talking about it, so I'm going to have to see what the hubbub's all about.
Oh my god. Let me just put it this way. I know Castlevania, really since Symphony of the Night really started invoking it, has been somewhat sexualized. In terms of like character design and enemy design and all that, but there's like holy crap, there's like the game takes that and just runs with it, like it is absolutely shameless.
Although I suppose it does kind of make sense in a way, because I mean, let's face it, I mean Succubus didn't really have much to hide when we found her in Symphony of the Night.
And if you actually like ever looked at her concept design, her nipples are bared. Like you can see she's giving you a full frontal shot.
Oh yes, he's giving you all the goodies.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like
So
this.
you will have to go onto the Google to find the official art.
Yeah, we're not
Official
putting
art's
that.
very, very
Oh
good,
no, I got the damn axe sub drop from the Fleeman. That can happen during this part. I really wanted the holy water for this boss fight coming up because it's Frankenstein and Igor. It's not a fun time with anything but the holy water. Oh, but at least I got a double shot.
though. When you said Igor, all I could think about was just Frankenstein in the background and some guy going, "Welcome to the Velvet Room."
Not that Igor.
Bloody big nose Igor. The contract is sealed.
And he's a good guy. It's like, are you?
It's like, I don't agree.
But he's so nice.
I know.
Okay, we
It's
got a
like-
game over. Like, thankfully though, you get unlimited continues, so we're gonna do it this time. Hopefully, I can hold on to my. Oh, I really wanted that stopwatch. Anyway, hopefully we can hold on to the holy water this time because, unfortunately, you're leaving it up to chance. Ah, fucking knockback. You're leaving it up to chance when you're taking care of all those fleamen on the way to the boss room because, again, they can rarely drop the axe sub weapon, and since you're in such close vicinity when you kill them, you may accidentally pick it up. And I hate that. Like, I really hate that.
That seems to be what most people complain about when they are going through the classic Castlevania, the accidental pickup of essential heart items.
Yeah, because it won't be until Dracula X where you can pick up the item again if you accidentally picked up something else.
Much needed, in my honest opinion.
Oh, yes, I agree. Just one of the many reasons why I love Rondo of Blood. A game I would run for this marathon, but it's technically not Nintendo.
Yeah, it's... what was it? Was it...
It's
Sony?
the PC Engine.
Oh, it was a PC Engine thing. And then they re-released it on the PSP, I believe.
Yeah, and it's on the Virtual Console, too. So yes, it's on a Nintendo system, but it's not... It didn't begin as a Nintendo exclusive.
Yeah, they kind of moved away from it once sort of like the Super Nintendo era had like properly wrapped up.
Yeah.
And then of course you had they came back to Nintendo to do Aria, Dawn, Portrait of Ruin, Order of Ecclesia, and Castlevania Judgment, which it's not that great, although I do like Aeon's character design.
I'm really on and off with the character design of Judgment. I didn't think Trevor was that bad. You know, given the eye patch and all that.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, it kind of accentuated his manliness. You know, because there's one thing, these Belmonts, they're manly. They're like super manly. You can't get any more manly.
They are the manliest of men.
I mean, just look at this strut. This is default running animation, folks. Well, it's not really running. He's strutting. Like the
They're like
Belmont
the bad
strut.
dude's great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather.
Before there were presidents to rescue. Are you a bad enough dude to rescue Transylvania?
Oh, it's more a bit. Are you a bad enough dude to have a burger with the president?
Okay, I got triple shot holy water. This should be more than enough to take care of Igor.
Oh, yes. You can feel the power.
Get the power. Nintendo power.
Get the clues which you abuse, Nintendo power. I always prefer
Higher and
that
higher.
to get the clues that you can use, because you don't just use them, you abuse the hell
Hell
out
yeah.
of them.
Use and abuse. That's the power. Nintendo power.
Motherfucker.
Hold on, we're keeping it G-rated, okay? So shut your fucking mouth.
Hey, I already broke out like the British swearing,
The British
so
slang.
we're
Yeah,
well
whatever.
past the point of return. Alright,
So,
let's just...
answer one question I wanted to know, you know, because this is just, you know, cultural ignorance. And I'm pretty sure this question's been asked numerous times already. But pounds and quid, it's just like how we call dollars and bucks and all that.
Yep, pretty much. Pound and quid are exactly the same thing.
Okay.
Squid is also an accepted form of English currency.
Okay,
Meaning
okay.
pence, pennies, copper, shrapnel. There's just tons of different terminology we have, but pounds, quid, squid, depending on who you talk to, really. Some people just like to be extra fancy and just add extra words for the sake of it.
Well, pound sounds pretty fancy into that, I think.
Yes, this will be 5 English pounds, governor.
5 pounds, that's a whole lot. It's not what you think.
Definitely not. I mean, that's the problem with me. I kind of consider myself the outcast of England because I was born and raised in the southwest of England, and yet it seems almost every other day I hear somebody is like, "So where are you from?" And I'm just like, here. It's like, "Oh, because it sounds like you got a bit of an American accent." It's just like, yeah, I get told that a lot. It's a bit weird. I've never really felt like I fit in because of it.
Okay, good. I'm actually in a really good spot here. I got triple shot holy water in stage 5, and I hate this stage the most, if only because of its boss. So I really want to make sure I hold on to this holy water. The beginning of the stage does give you holy water in case you got to start over again, so because unfortunately, folks, this is one of those bosses where if I don't have the holy water, I'm not winning. Because death is such a bitch in Castlevania 1. He's harder than Dracula. Like, yeah, that's how much shit he gives you in this game. Triple shot.
He's a very fussy eater.
Yes, he really is.
He demands only the finest holy water be used in his presence. But yeah, Death notoriously is more powerful than Dracula, yet it seems like as games have gone on, they kind of toned down his power a little bit in comparison.
Oh, like, as soon as the second game. Because, have you ever seen the death battle in Simon's Quest? He's a joke. It's like they're making up for how hard they made him in the first game.
Yeah, and then they kind of just made him sort of kind of okay. There are some games where he was a little bit tricky. Like, I hear about speedrunners in some games saying, "Oh yeah, Death is like the bee's knees in this game," and all that malarkey. And then you just have games where it's just like Dracula, Death straight up fuse the dudes.
Yeah.
That was just insane the first time I saw that. I was just like, wait, what?
It was an interesting spin, though. You know, because for years you fight Death and then you fight Dracula. Now we're going to fight them combined. It's a great way to... Like, it was also... Because Portrait of Rome was also the anniversary title, if I remember correctly. And I think it was just an awesome way to, celebrate that.
Yeah, it was a very unique twist. It's sort of like, oh, here comes Death, no doubt we'll have to fight him. Wait, what? Okay, what the hell's going on here? Dude! This is awesome. It's like that sort of thing that you always wished would happen when you were just like 8 years old, so you could just have that childish whimsy when you see it happening before your eyes.
And kiss my ass, Death.
Death ain't nobody. You take your pink bathrobe and go elsewhere.
Nobody knows the trouble I cause. Nobody.
Don't worry, Dracula. I'll take note. Wait, he's using the holy water. Now he's got me in a headlock. I'm dead.
You're dead.
What? Already? Pretty much sums it up quite nicely. Alright, so I got another question for you relating to your Castlevania knowledge. What's your general opinion of the 3D Castlevania games? Because I know they're usually a hot topic of discussion a lot of the times. Like, people don't find them nearly as good, but what do you make of them personally? Do you think they offer something that the other games don't, or do you think they're just the inferior version?
Ambitious, but just not as attention-grabbing, in my opinion. You know, Castlevania, and this even applies to this one, which, while hard, is still, in my opinion, pretty accessible. There's a lot to absorb with, I would think, like Lament of Innocence and Curse of Darkness. Those are the first two that popped in mind. I know there's also Lords of Shadow, but those are more like God of War than like pure Castlevania games. And there's something to be offered there. It's just that one of the appeals of Castlevania was just how simple you can just get into it. You know, you're a Belmont with a whip. You have a stiff jump. That's all you got. It's hard, but, you know, so were a lot of games in the NES, and I can look past it a little bit because of that, except for Castlevania 3, which I think overdoes it to a point.
Mm-hmm. When he had Super Castlevania 4, which was just awesome.
Super Castlevania 4, yeah, if people ask me, okay, to answer the question, though, previously, if there's a starting point for Castlevania, Super Castlevania 4.
Absolutely.
Because you have mid-air control, your whip can go in 8 directions. You know, it is definitely a good starting point for Classicvania, because there is a difference. Metroidvanias are their own beasts, and, you know, I love Symphony of the Night, but it's not very Classicvania.
And on that note, we are now on Dracula. And he's probably going to go down pretty quickly if this is anything to go by.
Alright, I'm taking the slow way. There is a glitch that you can use called the critical hit glitch, where if you hit him on the very frame that he hits you, you do like 5 times the damage. Because critical hits are a thing in the original Castlevania, but they were really rare. I don't know what determined them, but There were great ways to inflict a lot of damage. Now the trick with Dracula here is that you just want to get up close as personal and then just wait a bit. Don't run and gun it, because sometimes he will intentionally stall for a few frames to get you in midair, and that's not fun. That's not really fun at all.
No, you can dodge or do mid-air backflips or have a special down-up.
Yeah,
X
you don't have Hydrostorm, let's put it that way.
on.
You don't have Hydrostorm, let's put it that way.
Yeah, Hydrostorm pretty much broke Dracula when
Absolutely.
you did the prologue in Symphony. Yes, you're making very fine work of him. Luckily, he does not have Hera's true power.
No. Yeah, he doesn't have the meteor attacks in this game. I think he wouldn't get those until Dracula X.
Nah, wouldn't surprise me, to be honest with you, because I certainly hadn't heard of it until then. Oh, he knocked off his noggin. Oh, surprise, it's Cthulhu. And apparently, Dracula, when he transforms, forgets that hit stun becomes a thing. So, throw a few bottles of vodka at him, and he is
dead. And that's game!
That's all she wrote.
Thank you, and good night. I'll be here all week.
But yeah, to sum up Castlevania, it's a short experience, but very, very fun, and just challenging enough not to make it overly frustrating. Because, I mean, obviously the knockback thing does sort of work against you, but everything else kind of works nicely enough that it makes it a somewhat complete experience.
This is one of those games where it is just like, and I said this in my review, it's so intoxicating beating a boss in this game. Because it's about exploiting the patterns, exploiting weaknesses, and then you nail that final hit and the boss just goes in explosions and you collect the orb in the end and you get the victory music. It is just so, oh yeah, I want to keep doing that because that's the kind of game Castlevania 1 is. And I do recommend it. It is a really nice retro NES game. Please play it if you haven't already.
Yes, it is definitely a good way to sort of introduce yourself, because for a first game it is incredibly solid, and then you got such things as Super Castlevania 4 to look forward to, Symphony of the Night, and then you get the good experience of classic gameplay and Metroidvania gameplay thrown in there, and you can kind of just go wherever you wish from there, really. It's a varied enough experience within the franchise that you can get a lot out of it if you go through just the entire series.
Absolutely, and I completely agree. Oh yeah. When you finish the game, you're sent back to the beginning with faster enemies. It just hits harder. But yeah, that's all she wrote, folks. Let me switch back to the press start bumper because, believe it or not, that's the end of day 2 for the Nintendothon, ladies and gentlemen. And
yes, indeed.
Do we have the schedule up and running right now? Do we know what can we expect at the start for tomorrow? Well, actually, no, I can answer that for you. Tomorrow, day 3, begins with a race. Donkey Kong Country. Starring myself, and I believe I'm racing against Donnie. So Donnie, best of luck to you, sir. Looking forward to that. And of course, I'll be here all week and next week to raise money for Mind, because that's what, I do this to give back, folks, and I'm happy to entertain you through runs of some of my favorite games of all time, and having lovely co-commentators by my side while doing that, such as Folk. Folk, you've been a lovely guest. Thank you for joining me.
No, that's absolutely fine. You are most welcome. Thank you very much for inviting me over here. I do like my Castlevania, so it was a great pleasure to be here to help you through this merry journey. Just to expand on what will be going on tomorrow, we will be also having Paper Mario with Ted and yourself as co-commentary. Shantae and the Pirate's Curse,
oh boy,
again with you and Elliot. And then you got Kirby Superstar with FTA, Smoothies, and Ted. So a pretty power-packed day, honestly.
All right,
ladies and gentlemen. So just before we go off there, we did get a few more donations towards the end of that. So let's try and tack those on the end here before we sign off. All right, Dunker400 offered us £1 and says, "Hey, I'm a big fan of SGB BSC for 3 years and HFC last year, and I'm kind of donating not only to help out, but to give an anime recommendation for Clannad, the most tear-jerking anime I have ever felt in my life, and the incentive JOH. I guess he hit the character limit or something. But yes, Clannad will make you leak in ways that you never thought possible. If you suffer from feeling too hard, might be best to stay away from it, or at least get adult supervision. Sean donates £1. "Hey guys, keep up the good work. It's my birthday today. Oh, happy birthday. Can I get a shout out from Luigi?"
Happy birthday, good to you, sir. I'm sorry, I'm trying to solve this Rubik's Cube.
Dillinator donates £1. Hey, John, and my co-host, not Nathan. That's going to be my thing now. I'm going to be not Nathan. Use this money to have John play Sunshine. Hey, John, when will you review the Mario and Luigi RPG series?
I believe I got this question a few days ago when we started this thon, but after I look at Paper Mario, because I get more requests for that series than Mario and Luigi, but I do love me some Mario and Luigi, so whenever I get the chance to look at them.
Excellent. Okay, well, that should answer that one. And we got another donation from Jinsei Kyuzai, another £1. I know I'm abusing your talents right now, and I'm annoyed that everyone is mispronouncing my pen name, but anyways, I'm sorry. Blame me for that one. I will take full responsibility. John, choose whatever silly voice you want and hum the song that is playing in the game right now. Well, it's a bit late for that one, so tell you what, Vampire Killer, go.
Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Boop-ba-ba-da-da. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da. Ba-ba-ba-da-da. Okay, that's it.
You know what? If I didn't know any better, I would have thought that you were just a keyboard set on the jazz ska setting.
Give me money, please.
Buy a new keyboard. And then the last donation we have for today is Yeti Antics. He donates £3 and 21 English pennies. Hey guys, I am donating $5 American. This was in caps, so I felt like I needed to emphasize that a bit, to help a great cause. Put this towards Bomb, and a question for Johnny. Johnny, is there a review you look back right now and say to yourself, I can do this one better today?
Sonic
Keep up
Unleashed.
the great work.
Sonic Unleashed. Absolutely. That's one of my oldest reviews, and one that I think at some point or another I want to go back and do again. It's one of my first videos. I just doing it for quality's sake. But yeah, to answer that question.
Do it on your anniversary just to give it some impact.
Give it some flavor, yeah.
Yep. All right, and that's all the donations we have, and looks like all the time we have left for you guys. But hopefully you'll join us in for day 3. There is a lot of cool stuff lined up. The first race of the Nintendothon will be occurring, so you best believe that I will be hyped for that. I'll be watching that as soon as I get home from work. But yeah, good luck to you, Johnny, and obviously Donnie as well. I like to try and keep things fair and equal. Kick his ass. Alrighty, and any final thoughts, Johnny?
No, I just appreciate you guys watching. I'm actually really happy with that Castlevania run. Like that was remarkably solid. Test playthroughs pay off, folks. And thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic night, and take care of yourself.
See you later.